Hey y'all, welcome to Fixin the Garden. We're in Georgia Zone 8B, and these Loropetalums behind me need to be pruned. Now, when we're done, a lot of times these Loropetalums look pretty rough, but the reason they look rough is because they're too big for their space, so we have to prune them back hard just to keep them size controlled. Contractors in the South like to use Loropetalum as foundation plants, and the reason they like to use them as foundation plants is because they're evergreen, they don't face a lot of disease issue, and they don't face a lot of bug issue. So that leaves us with a choice. We either have to prune them hard or we have to remove the plant. Some people may choose to remove the plant, and that may be the route we end up going, but as of right now, we're gonna prune them back, and it's gonna look like a ball of sticks when it's done, but these Loropetalums do leaf back out, and they leaf back out pretty quick. Now, I'm a pretty big guy, and you can see that these Loropetalums are between 2 and 3 feet above my head. What I typically do is use the top of this window as a guide. So you can see roughly 2 feet are gonna come off the top of this plant. One thing I didn't talk about is why we're pruning these now. So Loropetalums bloom on old wood. We normally do our pruning in January and February here in Georgia, but we have to wait on the Loropetalums because they flower early spring. They're great at flowering. They look awesome when they're done, but we have to wait for those flowers to close up before we prune it. That way it'll have an opportunity to set buds for next year. All right, y'all, we finished it all up. I was able to get pine straw laid down. This is actually the next day because I wanted to cut the grass and clean up some of the leaves. As you can see, they may look a little bit rough right now, but this is the exact reset that they needed. They'll flush back out over the next couple of weeks, and you won't even be able to tell that we pruned them. The real question is do we pull these out now because it is kind of a pain to size control them once or even twice a year, or do we just keep doing that? They do offer a little bit of privacy to the corner of our house that we like, but it's a decision that we've got to make. Let us know in the comments what you would do. Let us know, would you pull them out? Would you continue to size control them? Do you think it's worth the fuss to have a nice mature plant that doesn't face a lot of bug pressure, disease issues, and is evergreen? We'll see y'all real soon. All right, and the last thing we're gonna do is replace this Pugster Blue Butterfly Bush by Proven Winners. So this one had a lot of issues the last couple of years. These have actually been transplanted a number of times. This is probably the third or fourth spot they've actually been in. And now the growth is not coming back from the bottom like it should. So we've made the choice just to switch it out. We found a 3-gallon pot with a Pugster Blue Butterfly Bush, and we're just gonna replace it. These grow 2 by 2. They need about 2-foot spacing. They need well-draining soil, which we're gonna make sure we plant this one higher because when we moved it last time, it did create a little bit of a bowl effect. Let's get this one out of the ground and we'll get the next one in. These do not need biotone, so I won't be putting any starter fertilizer down in the hole. There's a lot of roots down in this hole from our trees that were here previously. So I cleared some of those out. You'll see it's a little high above the soil level, which is, as we mentioned, what we want. We're just going to pack the soil in around it really good. That's all for now, and we will see y'all real soon.